Welcome back to a new and exciting year at Captain Shreve. My name is Tiffany Langdon, and I will be teaching your student Global Insights this year. The purpose of this video is to provide you information about the course itself, how your student will receive grades, the communication that we will have together to help your child be successful this school year. For those of you that don't know me, I have been here at Captain Shreve teaching for 20 years. So this is my 21st year, not only teaching, but all those years here at Captain Shreve. And I'm very happy to say that I'm excited for another new and challenging school year, because we all know this year is going to be different from those in the past. When I'm not teaching, I am with my husband, who is a retired teacher here at Captain Shreve and also a member of the Circle of Honor. We have a son who is a senior this year in high school, so I can definitely relate to you as a parent and know that there's a lot of anxiety with a lot of the unknowns, but I promise you we're going to get through this together. So when I'm not with my family, I am here in the classroom and doing everything I can to help your child succeed in this course. So let's talk a little bit about what Global Insights is. We follow the world history curriculum with an emphasis on European history, and we begin with the time period of 1450 and go all the way up to present day, which is translated to about the year 2001. This is a course that your student can earn as a history credit, which is required for graduation. And if your child is part of the magnet program, specifically the liberal arts magnet program, this is a required course. So the course is definitely designed to help your child prepare for college. With it being part of the magnet program, it is a college prep class. Therefore, it is challenging. It is rigorous. The expectations are set very high for students. I've been teaching long enough to know that if you don't expect much from people, you're not going to get much. But if you expect a lot, you tend to get a lot. So when my students walk into my classroom, or this year they may be learning from home, they know that I expect their full effort for the 53 minutes that I have instructional time with them. So we work from bell to bell in my class. There is no standardized statewide test for this course. Everybody clap for that. You don't have to worry about any kind of, stressful test in order to pass this course. However, there is an opportunity for your student to receive college credit for this course. They would have to take the CLEP test, and that is offered sometime in the spring. It's been in March, it's been in April, it's been in May. So again, it's just sometime in the spring. And if they pass that course, if they pass that particular test, then they can earn about 3 hours of college credit. Of course, they have to make sure that that college is accepting CLEP scores. And you can find that out by just doing a little bit of research. The cost of CLEP test is $95, but as you all know, well worth it if your child is properly prepared, which I'm invested in doing that. And it's going to save you some money in the long run. And not have to pay, hundreds of dollars for a college course plus textbooks. So just something to think about. I'll be getting more information out later in the school year about the CLEP test if you're interested. So this year in Global Insights, we are all learning a new system called Canvas. And yes, we have hopefully worked out all the kinks by now, but I understand there's still some things that'll come up, but let me just assure you, we're working together with Learning Canvas, okay? Students must check Canvas every single day, okay? If they're in my classroom, I walk them through it. If they are at home working, they have to be checking Canvas. They don't have to check it at a specific time for my class, but they do need to make sure that they know it is going to require about 50 minutes of their time. Remember, we are required to provide that amount of instructional material for your student every day, okay? So they need to make sure that they schedule some time for their schoolwork. What I've asked students to do is read the agenda on the announcement page, and then they will begin to work in the modules. The modules are where they're going to get their daily lessons, and they are set up by the date and the day of the week. And let me show you an example. So you can see here that your student can easily navigate my Canvas by finding the day of the week that we are currently working on, and then clicking on these pages, which will give them instructions on what they need to do. With this class preparing them for college, a big part of the course is taking daily notes. So they will learn how to take notes in this class, and they are always given a form of a typed outline that looks like this. It is skeletal, which means it is missing information that they are responsible for filling in. I've told them that if they can't print this at home, that they can either just jot it down in its skeletal format and then take notes in a notebook as they are going through the recorded PowerPoints. Great thing about Canvas is if they miss something note-wise, they can go back and rewatch the video as many times as they want. They can also pause it while they are watching. So it's a no-brainer when it comes to them getting the material that is required for assessment. Other than taking daily notes, we have a variety of classwork assignments that we do. A lot of it is reading. I introduce them to primary and secondary sources throughout the school year, so they have to read and answer questions. If your student is in class on one of those days, I try to get us started on it, and then it only becomes homework if they don't finish it. Quizzes and tests are timed on Canvas, so they know that when they start a quiz, they have a certain amount of time to take it, or a test as well. Tests will never obviously go over that 53-minute class period. They should be able to complete a test within that amount of time as long as they are properly prepared. Quizzes are usually anywhere between 10 or 15 minutes, depending on the number of questions. The best way that you can encourage your student to prepare for these quizzes or tests is to review their notes each day for about 10 or 15 minutes. And that way, it stays fresh on their mind, and they're not hopefully waiting until the last minute to try to study all of this material at once. Speaking of studying, one thing that I do for my students is we have review sessions, and they know that whatever they highlight in their notes, that is their focus point for studying. So it takes the guesswork out of, what do I study? There's so many notes. You study the highlighted material. Grades can be found in two places this school year. Grades will be in Canvas, even though, look what this says, they are not going to be official because Canvas doesn't always grade everything. And so I have to go back in and fix some of the grades. So my advice for you is to check JCampus weekly for official grades. If they're in JCampus, that means they have been finalized and they are official. And I wanted to remind everyone that we are on a 10-point grading scale because this is both enriched and honor course. One of the biggest enemies for your student is attendance. It's very important that they are in school if they are a hybrid student on the days they're supposed to be here. If they are virtual only, it is important that they are working from home and they are in Canvas every single day. In the event that something happens It's important that the office is notified with a valid excuse. I would appreciate a message as well if your student is not able to do the work because of an illness or a death in the family or anything of that nature. But we do have to have proper documentation of what is going on and why they're not able to do the work. So the policy has not changed about attendance. Got to have that excuse within 2 days. If they truly do miss an assignment, remember, if they have that excused absence, then they can make up all of their work and get full credit. If there is no doctor note, no parent note, no excuse at all, they still need to do the work, but they're only going to get partial credit, which is usually half. So please encourage your child to do their work and do it on time. The late work policy is very tight this year. And if they turn in something more than a day late, if it's a day late, there's going to be half credit given. If it's more than a day late, then there is no credit given. So very, very important that they take care of their business. Last couple things, my promise to you this school year, keep you and your student informed regarding your process. That means I will post grades in a timely manner. I'm telling students to give me about 3 days after you have submitted something, and I will get that grade back to you. I'm going to challenge your child this school year, and I know that they're going to meet those challenges. I'm going to work overtime to prepare your child for college and that CLEP test for those of you that choose to take it. I am always educating myself and wanting to learn more, and I'm always excited to share my knowledge and enthusiasm with students. I am firm but fair, and I'm here to help your child be successful. So how can we do that? Through communication. I'm available to students during my planning period from 10:30 to 11:23. That's when I will check any messages they may send me. And again, from 3:55 until 8 o'clock at night. So if you send me an email or a message through Canvas, then I will answer you within that time frame. If students need to have any kind of one-on-one Zoom meetings with me, Fridays are the best day for that. If that doesn't work, then we just need to communicate and we can schedule something that works for the two of us. If you have a virtual only student, the Zoom meetings are mandatory on Friday from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. They will get on and I will just run through a couple things that we've done through the week and allow them to ask any questions they may have about what is going on. If you need to schedule a conference with me, it must be done through the counselor. If you have a 10th grader, that is Miss Day. If you have a 12th grader, you contact Miss Mills. So again, I am here for all of your students. I want them to be successful, and please stay in touch. And I want to thank you so much for being a major part of your students' education, and together we will help them have a successful year.